everyone, welcome to Little Diamond Yoga Stories with me, Megan. And Little Diamond Yoga Stories is all about learning a new story and doing some yoga poses as we go along. So copy moves that I do and try to have some fun. Okay, let's start off our yoga as we always do by crossing our legs and sitting on our bottoms. Bringing our hands to our heart, and then after 3 we'll say our yoga hello, namaste. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Well done. Okay, today's story is about a hedgehog. So let's start off in our hedgehog pose. Coming onto your knees, sitting down, bringing your head down to the floor. And then take your arms up above behind you and spread your fingers like your hedgehog spikes. Today's story is about a hedgehog called Hugo. Now Hugo is so excited because tomorrow is Father's Day and he is going to get his daddy the best present ever. He has already been very busy. When Hugo's daddy left the house, let's go into our house pose. Standing up, take your legs slightly wide, bring your hands to your heart and take them above your head. When Hugo's daddy left the house to go to work, Hugo made his daddy's Father's Day card, coming to sit down on your bottoms, your legs out wide in front of you. Lift up your pencil. He decorated the front. Fantastic. Now put that pencil down and pick up your other one. And then he wrote inside, to Daddy, Happy Father's Day, love from Hugo. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Well done, pop that pencil down. He also made his daddy a delicious cake for Father's Day. Take your arms out wide and twist to look over one shoulder. Hugo got some butter and popped it in the bowl. Plop. Take your arms out wide again and look over your other shoulder. And he got some sugar and sprinkled it in. Then he took his wooden spoon and he mixed those 2 ingredients together. Mix, mix, mix. Pop that wooden spoon down and take your arms out wide again and look over your first shoulder. He got some eggs and he put those in the cake. Crack, crack, crack. Arms out wide again and look over your last shoulder. And he got some flour and shake the flour in. Then take your other wooden spoon and he mixed those ingredients together. Mix, mix, mix. Then he baked it in the oven until it was ready and smelling delicious. Take your fingers and rub your nose because the cake is smelling delicious. Well done. Hugo has been saving in his piggy bank. Let's go into a piggy bank pose. Bring your legs a little more together and then lift them so your knees are bent. Let your feet drop flat and take your hands under your knees to the either side of your feet and then oink, oink, oink like a pig. Hugo has been saving in his piggy bank for ages to get his daddy the best present ever. He is going to get his daddy a brand new shed. Standing up, take your feet apart, your hands to your heart and lift above your head to show a shed pose. After he's written his card and baked the cake, Hugo gets on his bicycle. Come to lying on your backs and lift your legs up in the air. And he cycled, turning your legs as though cycling on your pedals, all the way to the DIY store, putting your feet flat on the floor. Well done. At the DIY store, he paid for a shed and arranged for it to be delivered the next morning on Father's Day. Then Hugo raced back home on his bike, pedalling again. Fantastic. And then he went to bed, bringing your feet down and rolling onto your side, laying down in bed. The next morning, Hugo woke up onto your knees and had a big stretch, making sure you spread your fingers to stretch out those spikes. Well done. Then he raced downstairs, standing up and racing downstairs, and said, "Happy Father's Day, Dad! I'll see you later." Because his dad was off to play football. Bringing your feet together, lift one foot up behind you, holding the ankle. And then after 3, we're going to let go and kick the football forward. 1, 2, 3, kick. Well done. Now let's lift up our other foot, holding the ankle. 1, 2, 3, kick. Well done. Hugo's daddy went to play football every Sunday morning. Later on in the morning, a big truck arrived at Hugo's house, sitting on your bottoms with your legs out in front of you. And let's turn on the engine, vroom, 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 and hold the steering wheel. Vroom, 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 vroom. The big truck came driving down the lane, turning this way. Well done. And turning this way. Well done. Leaning back as it goes up a hill. And leaning forward as it comes down the hill to Hugo's house. And turn off the engine. The shed gets carried into Hugo's garden, coming onto your knees. Hugo rushes outside to look at it. Take out your super spectacles. But Hugo has noticed something. The shed has arrived in lots of different pieces. It didn't look like that at the shop. What was Hugo going to do? Hugo had an idea. Coming to sit on your bottoms with your legs crossed. Take your fingers and rub your head, showing his great idea. Hugo was going to use his glue stick. Coming onto your knees, and then bring one leg out in front of you, sitting on your bottom so your other foot is just alongside your bottom. Lift up that foot. He takes his glue and he spreads it up and down the wood. Well done. Now let's try swapping our legs over. Bring that one back. So it goes alongside our bottom, and then bringing our bottom onto the floor and our other leg in front of us. Lifting that glue stick and spreading it up and down the wood. Well done. Then Hugo took the pieces of wood with the glue on and pushed them together. It looked like it was working. Hugo stood back, standing up, and let go of the wood. As he let go, taking your legs slightly apart, bring your hands to your heart, head above your head, into our shed pose. As he let go, the shed fell over, bending forwards. Hugo had another think coming onto your bottoms and cross your legs, rubbing your head. Hugo got another great idea. He went to get his tape dispenser. Coming onto your knees, sitting down, bring your head to the floor. But this time, stretch your arms in front of your head. So you're stretching out the tape that Hugo tears off. Hugo tears off lots of pieces of tape and wraps them over the pieces of wood to build the shed and hold it together. Hugo stands back, standing up. And let's go. Taking your legs slightly wide, bring your hands to your heart and head above your head. As Hugo lets go of the shed, the tape all rips and the shed falls over, bending forward again. Hugo has another think, coming back onto your bottoms, your legs crossed, rubbing your head. Hugo has another good idea. He thinks that maybe he could just lean the pieces of wood together. Just lean them up each other so the shed is balancing together. He takes his time balancing every piece of wood. And then Hugo stands back, bringing yourself up to standing. Take your legs slightly apart. As Hugo looks at the shed, the wind starts to blow. Take your arms out wide and spin. Suddenly, a great big gust of wind hits his balancing shed. Bring your hands to your heart, head above your head, and blows it over, bending forward. Oh no! Hugo doesn't know what to do now. He's used all of his ideas. Hugo curls himself up into a ball, coming onto your knees with your bottoms down. And then bending forward so your head is on the floor. He curls up into a ball, taking your arms behind you and spread out your spikes. Hugo doesn't know what to do. As Hugo's all curled up feeling sad, his dad comes home. Hugo, bringing yourself up to standing, runs up to his dad. Then take your legs wide, open your arms out wide, and he gives his dad a great big hug. Hugo says, "Oh, Dad, I'm so sorry. I wanted to get you the best Father's Day gift ever. I brought you a brand new shed, but I can't put it together." Hugo's dad told him not to worry. Instead, he asked Hugo to go and get his toolbox, bringing yourself down onto your bottom. Take your feet together so the bottoms of your feet are touching and hold your toes and bend forward into a toolbox pose. Hugo's dad asks him to open the toolbox, sitting yourself up as you open it. Well done. They begin to put the shed together as a team. First, Hugo's dad saws some pieces of wood to make them shorter, sitting with your legs out straight in front of you, and pick up one leg as your saw And then we're going to saw, saw, saw the piece of wood. Well done. Pop that saw down. And then let's pick up our other one. And saw, saw, saw another piece of wood. Well done. Next, Hugo passes his dad some nails as he hammers the pieces of wood together. Standing up with your legs wide, hook your hands together behind your back, and then after 3 we're going to bend forward and hammer the nail into the wood. 1, 2, 3, hammer. And again, 1, 2, 3, hammer. And again, 1, 2, 3, hammer. Well done. And then finally, Hugo's dad screws on the hinges onto the door and the window shutters, coming down onto your bottom with your knees up, bent in front of you. Lift up, put your hands by your bottom, then lift up one foot and start screwing round and round and round. Well done. Then lift up your other foot and start screwing round and round and round. Then one hand, carry on screwing, and the other hand, carry on screwing. Well done. Hugo and his dad stand back to take a look, standing up. They stand together and look at the shed. Take your legs wide, your hands to your heart, and take them above your head. The shed looks amazing. Hugo again says to his daddy, "I'm so sorry. I wanted to give you the best gift ever, but you had to do all the work yourself." Hugo's dad looked at him and knelt down beside him, coming onto your knees. Hugo's dad looked at him and said, "Hugo, you did give me the best gift ever. I got to spend Father's Day afternoon with my favourite little boy." Then take your arms out wide. He wrapped Hugo up in a huge hug. Hugo felt so much better. Next, they went inside, coming onto your bottoms. Bring your feet together so the bottoms are touching again. Hold your toes. And Hugo gave his dad his Father's Day card. His dad looked at the front and then turned the top to open it. He had a great big smile on his face as he looked inside and read his Father's Day message. And then, taking your legs out wide in front of you, Hugo and his daddy ate the delicious Father's Day cake, bending forward. Delicious. Now, let's lie down on our backs. Taking your feet very slightly apart and your hands by your sides. Hugo was so worried. He had tried so hard to put the shed together on his own, but he just couldn't do it. But his daddy didn't mind at all. Hugo's daddy loved spending time with Hugo, working on a project together, completing it with teamwork. The best gift we can give our friends and family is our time. Spending time with them, doing things with them, to show them we love them and we care. Now wiggling our fingers and our toes. Lift up your knees and give them a hug. And roll onto your side and push yourselves up onto your bottoms, your legs crossed.
your hands to your heart, and after 3 we'll say our yoga goodbye. Namaste. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Little Diamond Yoga Story today. See you again soon. Bye.